Hey, what's up traders? Thanks for watching my channel. I hope you get tons of value from my content, and we are running a contest every month to pick a winner for free full access to my academy, my trading group, my signal group, and a free phone call with me to figure out how I can help you in your own trading. So like, comment, and subscribe on as many videos as you can this month, and we'll pick a winner from the people that do randomly, and hopefully it'll be you, and hopefully I see you in my VIP group one day. So thanks for your support. Let's crush the markets. Peace.
Hey, what's up traders? My name's Clay. I own Ronin Forex, and in this video today I'm going to talk about the truth about signals. So this is super important, and especially for beginner traders. And the reason I'm doing this video is because a lot of people, especially lately, we've gotten a lot of new people in the group, which is amazing. But the thing is, people misunderstand signals, and I don't know how else to break it to you, but the most important thing is to actually focus on learning and using signals as a way to help you learn faster. So what do I mean by that? Like, even if I sent, hey, I do pretty well with the trade setups, signals that I send, whatever you want to call them. But even if I sent a 100% winning ratio, they always hit or take profit targets, people would still figure out how to lose. Like, it wouldn't matter. People would still lose, because the biggest thing about trading and the biggest thing that stands in our way is ourselves. So we have to learn how to grow psychologically. That's the biggest part about trading. Human error is what stops us from winning, more than just did we pick the right trade or not. In fact, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, that's a very tiny aspect of the situation. So let's just get right into it, and I'll talk about what the truth is, in my opinion, and how you can use them to actually become profitable, to be a better trader, and to learn the market. So number one, and I was just kind of talking about that right now, it is not a means to an end. And so, what do I mean by that is that it's an unsustainable strategy just to be like, you know what, I found Clay's group, I found Ronin Forex, it's awesome, he does a good job with the signals, and I'm just going to take signals I don't have to learn, and I'm just going to take every single signal and try to work it out that way, and I should come out on top. And I wish it were that easy, but you could have the same mindset walking into a casino, trading blackjack, say after you read a Secrets of Blackjack book or something like that, or some sort of winning strategy that was guaranteed to win, but you more than likely wouldn't come out on top. And so I get the question a lot of times from beginner traders. They're like, okay, cool, I'll do the $79 a month. And first of all, I just want to say, I'm not saying don't. Everything that I offer in my program, in my group, I do my 100% best. But more than anything, I want to see the people who join have success. I don't want you to lose money, and that's what this video is about. So a lot of times people come into the group and they're like, okay, so how about I've never traded before, I've been trading for a month or 2 months, I'm a beginner. How about I'll do the $79 a month, get your signals, and then I'll make enough money to where I can start my own trading account and buy your training, and then I can just make money from the signals. And like I just said, even if I sent 100% winning, people would still figure out how to lose, because the thing is, it takes time, it takes experience, and man, it takes time and experience, I don't know how else to say it, to be profitable, and even more though, to be consistent. And that's the hardest part is, even if you did exactly what I said, you took the signals, we had a great day, you made a bunch of profit, and you've never made that much profit before in your life, what's going to stop you from being like, oh man, I made 50 bucks today, I'm just going to up the lot size a little bit, and here we go, I might make 150 bucks tomorrow. And that same mindset, people will slowly start to over leverage their account, they start to risk too much, and it's a recipe for disaster. So and then they not only end up losing what they had in their trading account, say even if it's only $300, they lose that, and then they just think, oh well, I don't have any money in my trading account, it's pointless to even learn, when the whole time you should have been learning on a demo taking the signals, practicing, and just like using them as a way to spend time in the market. So it's not a means to an end. It's a great way to learn though, on a demo account. So that brings me to the next point here. It's not for beginners trading. They're not for beginners trading, and the key word of this, live. They are for beginners trading using a demo account. So like say I send out a trade setup for, or signal, whatever you want to call it. I send out a setup for US dollar Japanese yen. And you put it on a demo account and it hits stop loss. And then so you can take the trade. Hopefully you're doing it in conjunction with my training, which is really what they're meant for. And then you're like, oh, okay, so why did it hit stop loss? We broke through that resistance there, and the S&P 500 jumped, and so it made the Japanese yen super weak, and that would make sense why we hit the stop loss there. Or however it would have been, whatever the scenario would have been, you can take the actual trading signal and learn from that experience on a demo account without risking anything. The only thing you're risking is time, and the most important thing, aside from going through any training, I think mine is one of the best out there at the best price. It really is. But the other component of getting a training, going through some sort of instruction, is spending time in the market. It's just like learning a foreign language. Like if I want to learn Spanish, and I have been trying to learn. I went down to Colombia a couple times last year. I didn't stay long enough, and that's the thing. I didn't stay long enough for me to actually learn Spanish. I can understand it when people are talking. I can pick up words and stuff, but I don't know how to articulate it back. Now, if I went down there and stayed there for 6 months, and that is pretty relative to the time, learning how to be in the markets. One thing about me as a mentor is, I'll never be like, dude, you're going to have it in 2 weeks. You're going to be crushing the market. You're going to be doubling your money and driving a Lambo in a month. That I never say any of that stuff. I never post any of that stuff because it's not true. What is true is that it can be a life-changing experience if you really dedicate to yourself, taking my signals, exploring them on a demo account, and doing the training and actually learning the skill, just like you would if you wanted to be a carpenter. You have to get a mentorship, you have to be an apprentice, you have to learn how to cut wood, how to measure it, and how to build a structure or whatever it is that you're trying to build out of wood. It takes time, it takes experience, it takes instructions, and it takes somebody to show you the way and help you to eventually make money being a carpenter or an electrician or a contractor or whatever it is. I'm using construction terminology here because I used to work construction. So trust me, I know all about that. And you can't build a house if you haven't taken the time to learn the intricacies of doing it, or else it'll be a house of cards, so to speak. And that's what happens to so many traders, and why the success rate is so low. People don't take the time to learn. They see the signals, they see the profits, or maybe they get lucky or get some profits once, twice, 3, 10 times, and they lose sight of the reality of you got to be. This is a business. This is a career. If you want it to be, it can be a hobby for sure, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But the more you treat it like, this is even if it's a hobby, this is a side hustle where I can make money on the side. You have to put in the time to learn how to do it. So that brings me to my next point here. They are a great learning tool, and I just kind of went over this. If I send out a trade, you're going through my training, and then you spend time on the training, and then I have a system in the training itself where it's 90-day plan to success. So the first 30 days, and if you do this on a demo account, I guarantee you will not be the same, and you will feel comfortable trading in the markets. 30 days, going through the training, really diving into it, giving the time, going through it multiple times, and learning the material inside and out. The next 30 days is focusing on the signals and taking the signals on a demo, matching them up with parts of the training itself, and then figuring out how they link together. And so, when I send out a trade setup, I usually send out my charts. At the end of the day, I do a YouTube video explaining the trades. And at the start of the week, I lay out my game plan for the week. And sometimes it changes because you can never predict the market that easily, but so I give the instructions to where you can be like, okay, this is what he was thinking here, this was the game plan, this is where it went right too, wow, cool, or this is where it went wrong, and maybe if it went this way, that's how it would have been different. So using them as a learning tool. Oh yeah, and the last 30 days of that 90 days is, and then being a part of the community and really diving in, asking questions, sharing your charts, and getting feedback from me as a mentor and the rest of there's a lot of good traders in our group. So shout out to everybody in my VIP group. Every single day, you guys and girls impress me with your progress, right? Because I'm in there every single day, and I am watching to be like, oh wow, man, Pedro's really getting it, or blank, I don't want to name names, but has really come a long way, and it makes me proud, man. So the people that really apply themselves to the training, use the signals as a way to accelerate the learning process, which is, I have always said from the start, use the trade setups as a learning tool to help you learn on a demo account. As a beginner, you need to be trading a demo account. And then really the people that have the most success are the ones that get the most involved. Just like learning a foreign language, or just like being in a college course. If you're there every day and participating in the group discussion, you're gonna really, it's gonna filter through on so many different levels. So a good way, now this needs a little explaining. The signals are a good way to establish a bias and trade around. So this is a little more advanced, but for people that have been, that are in my group, that are more intermediate, more advanced, a lot of times, and people ask me when I share my profits from the day from time to time, a lot of times you see kind of quick trades that are in and out, or maybe 5, 10, 20 pips. And what I do, say if I'm looking at oil, I'm looking at a breakout on oil or silver. I've been trading silver a lot. So right now we're in a trade, entry at 15.20, take profit at 17.20, stop loss at 14.90. Okay, so what I will do, I've established my bias, bullish bias on silver with a target of 17.20. So that doesn't mean necessarily that I'm going to just enter in one trade, not touch it. I mean, you could do that for sure. And probably if I did that more, I'd be more successful. But that is my bias. I think we're going at least there, definitely in silver too. I've been talking about silver a bunch, but what I will do is I will wait for a move, take profits, try to take it at the right time, a little scalp there and wait for a dip, and then buy back into it. Or wait for a move, get stop loss to entry, wait for a dip, place another trade while this one's risk free, and then wait for another move, and then I'm just kind of buying dips along the way, and I'm in and out of that trade, hopefully all the way to until we reach that target. So I'm not just necessarily holding and staying there. I'm in and out, but my end game is 17.20. And if I know that, if we hit 14.80 and I get stopped out, then, maybe I need to reassess this situation and establish a new bias about that pair. So I'll do another video about that. I've done a couple on my YouTube channel as well. So it's definitely more of an advanced strategy. I do go over it in the training for anybody that's in my group and wants to reference that. It's a big part is tying it all together and buying dips and selling rallies. It's a great strategy, and practice it on a demo account. Demo accounts can be your best friend, especially for a trader in their first year of doing it. I practice and work out different strategies and figure out what the market's going to do on a demo account from time to time as well. So, and that leads me to the last point. Be realistic. Be realistic about the markets we're in, what we're trying to learn to do, what we're trying to make a living doing. Trading is hard, man. Trading is not easy. I wish it was simple as just getting a signal, punching it in, and then walking away and driving a Lambo like it's advertised. But I don't know about your experience. That's never been my experience. I am, checking my phone all day, every day. I wake up at 5 o'clock. I'm checking the markets at 6. 7 o'clock is when I try to put my trades in between 7 and 8. Then I'm monitoring those trades throughout the day. Around 3, I'm shooting videos for the group. And then I trade the Asian session. And at 10 o'clock, I try to turn off all my electronics because I've been staring at my phone or tablet or laptop all day long, in and out of the markets, mentoring people. So what I'm saying is it's a full-time job. You can work. When I learned, it was a part-time job because I was working construction full-time. And so I had to separate time to do that. So however you work out your schedule, it takes time. It takes time. Be realistic about that. It will change your life if you give it the opportunity to and really fall in love with the process. Don't fall in love with the money that it can make you. Fall in love with learning about the markets, participating in what's going on in the world, and your own strategy and the self-development that comes along as being a trader, because it is definitely a journey of self-development, man. I will tell you that 100%. And I will tell you this too. It's absolutely 100% worth it, but you have to be persistent. It's very competitive, and you have to have a winning spirit for sure. So if you do have those things, man, we would love to have you in my group going through my training, or maybe you are just taking signals and you would like to give yourself the opportunity for success and for long-term success, because like I said, they're not a means to an end. You need to develop your own style. You need to learn to be a trader yourself. And then, because what I do, you may be surprised, but I take signals, right? I find there's some traders that I follow on Twitter and some different trading platforms that I'm on. And when they say they have a bias towards a certain market, I check it out. I double check it as well. And, I may take that trade or not, so, but one thing is for sure, if I do take the trade, I take full responsibility for it as well. So a lot of beginner traders will take whatever setup I send and then want to blame me for it. But, especially when you got to learn in trading and in life, whatever it is that you do, if you press that buy button, if you press that sell button, you press the button, the responsibility is yours, and you made the decision to take the trade, right? So taking full responsibility for whatever goes on in your life is a game changer, and it will set you free, because it gets you out of victim consciousness of, oh man, this person told me to do it and I did it, now I'm screwed. That is a complete giving your power away, instead of being like, you know what, I like to follow this group, I think he has the right things to say, it didn't work out. How could I have changed the situation for it to win? And that is a creator consciousness. And we want to be in a creation consciousness now. I know I'm getting out there a little bit. I didn't plan on talking about this part here, but this could be the most important part of the video. Becoming a creator in your own life is the most important thing that you can learn to do, and getting out of victim consciousness is the most important thing that you can do. And that couldn't be more true right now with what's going on right now with the coronavirus. You need to get the right information, or at least get the information outside of the 24/7 news cycle that just pumping and pumping and pumping and trying to get you to think whatever it is that they want you to think. You need to learn how to think for yourself. Because once you can do that, you can become informed, and you can take the power back in your own life and make real decisions for yourself. So, man, I wish everybody out there the best. If you've made it this far in the video, I really appreciate you. It means that you like what I have to say, and that you want to learn and you want to better yourself. And I'm the same way. You know what I mean? So you're totally, absolutely worth it, whatever it is that you want to do, whether it's taking signals, whether it's learning how to trade, or whether it's getting out of victim consciousness and making the most out of your life and taking the power back for yourself. You're absolutely worth it. So just a little recap. 1, Signals are not a means to an end. They're a great way to get your foot in the door, but they are not the end-all be-all. 2, not for beginners trading live. They are for beginners learning how to trade, learning on a demo account. 3, they are great learning tools. So like I said and cited, use them in conjunction with my training along with the community aspect that we have, and it is a recipe for success. I guarantee you that. I promise that. 4, good way to establish a bias and then trade around. I'll do another video on that soon and explain that concept a little bit more in detail. And 5, be realistic about trading, be realistic about life, be realistic about your goals and go after them and become a creator in your own life. So I hope you found this video helpful. I'd love to see you in my group. Right now it's 70% off. You can get in there for $200, one-time payment, get full access to my training, community, trade setup, signals, and you know there's a lot of groups out there that charge $1,300, $1,500, 2Gs, or you know maybe $250 a month. This is just a one-time payment. I want to see you win. I want everybody to win, especially right now. So thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and comment below, and I'll check out your comments. And I'll see you in the VIP chat room. Peace, everybody. Thanks for your time. See ya.